Good morning, fourth graders. So I have had quite a few of you asking for help with remembering those steps for multiplication for our 2-digit or 3-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems. So I'm going to do a mini lesson today reviewing those steps, and I want you to follow along. So right now I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to get a writing utensil. And when I have you pause and walk through this, I want you to really take those steps and pause and do these steps together with me. And then this is also a video that will be available to you. I know we have these multiplication problems on Math Review every day. So it's good review for the quarter 4 test where you have to do a lot of multi-digit multiplication. But also I have you doing it every day in Math Review, so if that's getting you stuck, this is a video that you can watch again and again to remind yourself of those steps. Okay, so let's start with we'll just do one 2-digit by 1-digit to start off. So I'm gonna start with 34 times 3. Okay, so go ahead and write that problem down in your notebook. If you need to pause for a second, you can. Okay, so remember that with our multi-digit multiplication, we're first going to look at the ones column. So I'm going to be doing 3 times 4. That's step 1. And remember how I've told you that you can cover up this if you need to. Every step of multi-digit multiplication is you really just multiplying basic facts. So 3 times 4, and if you need to stop this to figure out what 3 times 4 is, you can make an array if you need to at the side. You can do 3 dots 4 times and count those up. I have that over here. Or if you have a multiplication chart at your house, hopefully you've been practicing your facts. So 3 times 4 is 12. My 1 is going to come up. My 2 is going to come down. And I've taught you guys to circle up here because this circle means that that's going to be added to whatever you multiply here. Okay, my next step, I'm done with my ones, and I represent that by having something in the ones place. Now I need to do 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3. If I need to stop and make an array, I can. I can do 3 times. And if I count that up, that's 9. And then I have to remember to add whatever is circled up here. So it'd be 9 plus 1 is 10 for an answer of 102. Okay, now let's look at a problem where we do 2 digits by 2 digits. So I'm going to do 45 times 36. Now, if you need to, pause the video to get this written down. Okay, now I'm going to start by multiplying. I'm just looking at this right now. 6 times 5, then it's going to be 6 times 4. Then I'm going to do 3 times 5 and 3 times 4. So I'm really just doing basic facts. So 6 times 5 is 30. My 3 comes up. My 0 comes down. Now I'm done here, but I still need to do 6 times 4. So 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. Now I've taught you guys when you get to this step, you are done with the 6. You've gone cross multiplied. You're crossing out your carry. You cross out your 6, and then you bring down a 0 to represent that this entire ones place is done. You're done with it because now you're moving on to doing your 10s. So now I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to do 3 times 5, then 3 times 4. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12, plus the carry is 13. And now my work is done for multiplying. Now I need to draw your sign, draw your line. And then I just add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 7 is 12. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, for an answer of 1,620. Okay, let's do one more, and this time I want you to really try to do it on your own before I do it. And you can show your parents this too. It's good for them to see how I'm teaching this in class so that they can help you when you ask questions. Okay, let's do 64 times 28. Okay, so pause the video and get that written down. Okay, so right now I want you to ask yourself, what would my first step be? What's the first thing I'm going to do? And I want you to really truly answer that, even answer it out loud to yourself. Hopefully you said, I'm going to do 8 times 4. That's going to be my first step. So pause if you need to and figure out what 8 times 4 is, and write down what you would put down if you were on your own right now. Okay, so hopefully you figured out that 8 times 4 is 32. The 3 should be up here encircled. The 2 should be down. Did you do that? Did you follow? Was that step easy for you to get to? If not, you need to really practice the beginning of the problem. Okay, think about what the second step is. What would I do next? If I wasn't there to help you, what would you be doing next as your second step? I'm hoping that you know that it's 8 times 6 is 48, plus 3 is 51. So were you able to get that step by yourself? If not, you have to practice those steps before you even move on to the next part. Okay, then I'm going to cross out my 8, cross out my carries, and represent that I'm done with my ones by putting a 0. Okay, hopefully the next step that you are sure that you're going to take is 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. And then I want you to stop and think about what your next step would be. Hopefully you are at a point where you know you're going to draw your sign and draw your line. And then we know we add these up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 8 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. All right, so complete the assignment. Use this video as many times as you need to help you get through it. You got this.